Okay, so I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna preface this second video in Learn the Guitar with Me series. This is video 2. Yo, peace, man. Um, Aside from me being a little silly there, first video we went over D, A, E, and I put in an F sharp minor in there as well. I will be including basic tab along with to show where the finger positions are and how you do the bar chords. But anyway, don't forget D, A, E, because we're going to build on those. So the next chord is a C. Starts with the very first finger on the B string, just above the last E string, and that's how they sound together. If you do it right, that is if you do it right. The next string, middle finger, ignore me doing that, is on the D string, which makes it an E there as well. And you can hear that as well. With the final on the A, that's also a C. So it sounds like that. And this is a G. Originally, I was taught it was three fingers. The first being on the top E. That would be a G right there, because this is an F right on the first fret. So this top bass string is E, F, G. So that's how I remember that. Again, you got that second string, which is A, so that becomes a B. So this B tone should match the B string. Both of them are the same. It's just different octaves. So you got the G and B. And down at the bottom on that final E string, that's also a G. So that's how I was originally taught G. And years later, somebody taught me that you could do two fingers. Or if you're more comfortable doing just one finger across two strings. So I just got into playing G that way. And if anybody knows that song, I'm not going to play it any further because, yeah, there is a group that really monitors what you do. You play any of those chords in that order, and they tend to put a copyright strike on you. So it's like you can barely play certain things in connection with each other. But that was a D. So those are the next. I mean, you can do so many things with E, A, D, F sharp minor. Go back to D. You could come up to G into C, and F goes right across. It looks like an E, if you recall, but you got a bar chord. You're gonna put your whole finger behind that on the first fret, and you're just basically moving that E from its initial position. And I'm sorry for that. It's just I'm not used to doing an E right there and just slide it up. Or sounds better when you have a capo on. So capos on a fret changes the whole tone of what you're doing. So with my capo being on the 3rd fret, it changes from being an E guitar into a G guitar. So I could still do E, A, E, D, and yet it sounds so much different. Why? And if I keep going with that, it becomes Brooks and Dunn's I Can't Get Over You. And leaves no doubt, 'cause I can't get over you. Try as I may, it's no use. My heart just can't leave you alone. My mind just can't believe you're gone. And I can't get over you. So this is G. If you have a capo, put it on that 3rd fret and you'll see what I'm talking about. This is still technically an E, but if you recall, since that's a bar chord to begin with, still the same. It's still the same chord. So you can literally do that with as a bar chord. It'd be far better to. With this being C, and up here, this is an F. I'm not used to playing it that way, so I either use capo or in the traditional way. So those are those 3 chords, C, F, and G. The next chord is an E minor. And E minor is so much different from an E major. In fact, E minor, when most composers write E minor, it's a small E without the M next to it. It's just a small E. But it's the top E, A, which now becomes a B because of where your finger is, and the next string, the D, is an E, and this is an A minor. A minor, I gotta look at my notes. Alright, so with this B, with the finger on it, that becomes a C. With that finger there on the G becomes an A, and the string above it, which is the D, is an E. So that almost becomes House of the Rising Sun. I advocate really listening to songs that you enjoy doing, because once I started learning the basics years ago, the chords at least, I just started having a ball just playing different things. Some people might remember this song. Summer of '69. Easy. Easy for me. Some people would sit there and say, damn, he can play that like that? Yep, I listened. I just listened to the songs. I just have that good of an ear to pick out what songs I like. In fact, there's a Christian song by a Christian band, Angel of Light. It's by Petra. If you like Def Leppard, hands down, you're gonna like Petra. I'm not kidding you. You really will. Def Leppard songs are pretty straightforward too. I'm not meaning to hit that string. Part of that is both Photograph and Armageddon. Listen closely to both Photograph and Armageddon, and you'll see what I'm talking about. You're going to be like, oh my God, they borrowed their own song to repurpose it to Armageddon. Yeah, they actually did. Because in me, I just do straight strumming because I can't do the lead guitarist parts like, shoot, I forget his name off the top of my head for Def Leppard. But there are so many things you can actually do. I'm actually making this video a lot longer than I intended. But those were the chords that I wanted to go over today. C, F, G, E minor, and A minor. Thank you guys for tuning in, and there will be more videos like this coming rather soon and rather quickly at this point. So thank you guys for tuning in.